And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, and so much more. You're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, and we're going to help you win in any marketplace. Our goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and most importantly, we want to engage you in an effort to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now, we want you to pull out your smartphone, save our consumer advocate hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372.
Baby.
And we don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We're going to help you win. 80 show partners now with the Consumer Quarterback Show, ranging from CPAs, financial advice, legal advice, real estate, marketing, health and nutrition, so much more, to where we can help you be that consumer advocate and help you with any decisions that you might be making. Check out consumerqb.com, where you can see links to all of our expert contributors. Again, over 80 show partners there. Click on the expert contributors tab. You'll see all of their contact information, previous shows, testimonials, and most importantly, the contact form, because without you, this show would not be possible. For our listeners out there, our viewers of our show, you're important to us, so your feedback is great. We love it. Last week, we had a lot of calls. People want to know more about how they can improve their credit, looking to buy real estate. They were asking questions about estate sales and a lot of things happening throughout the Tampa Bay market. So we're here in studio helping you win. Let's give a shout out to Hula Bay, restaurant partner in South Tampa. Hula Bay is a waterfront ambiance, excellent food, wide variety on the menu, and they've got the best sushi in all of Tampa Bay. The tuna is shipped in fresh from Hawaii every 2 days. Say hello to the folks down at Hula Bay, Hula Bay Club on Tyson Avenue in South Tampa. Live music on the weekends. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and they're going to hook you up with that free water with lemon. They hook you up every time over there. All right, Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio. We got Chuck Peterson back in studio. He's the executive director for Suncoast Roofing. Welcome in, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good to be back.
Yeah, man.
We're going to talk about, probably just talk about different kinds of roofings today, and maybe talk about some underlayments on the roofings, what keeps your house actually watertight.
Yeah, and that Golden Pledge, service pledge warranty.
Yep. Talk about that a little bit as well.
I like that, man.
Yep. It's a good one.
Peace of mind for the homeowners out there.
Best you can get.
Yeah. And the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office actually busted, 500 or what was it? Jason Avery was telling us about it yesterday's show. 500 contractors or something like that for some of their practices. Yep.
Unlawful, doing work without licenses, doing paperwork, saying they were giving people stuff and not following through. Quite a bit of a pretty big catastrophe for those guys.
Yeah.
And for the homeowners, actually, because those homeowners are kind of stuck.
That's right.
They got to do your homework.
Taking people's deposits, running with it, and you never hear from them again.
Yep.
And old Sheriff Grady got some of the other boys out there in Polk, too, on a different subject.
Yeah, we actually talked to a couple people who, before this happened, they called and said, hey, we got to get somebody to come fix our roof. We already gave this guy $5,000 and we can't find him or get him back. And
wow.
And you feel terrible.
That's tough, man.
Feel terrible.
Yeah, it's tough. What do you do in that situation, right?
Yep.
All right, we got Fred Muth, the Tin Man in the house, designing sales for Tampa Screens and Aluminum. Welcome back in, Fred.
Well, thank you, Brandon. We got some talent in this room today. How did I get invited here?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Today, as usual, I always like to touch on the permit process for patios, screen enclosures, pool enclosures, etc. And I like to also talk about the Homeowners Association requirements, the declaration pages, etc., etc., etc. You'd think we were building a bridge.
Yeah.
It could be a lot easier. And I'm not really sure why it's so complicated. It's a lot easier for you, Chuck.
No, I mean, still have to have the HOA approvals. Right. You have to take sample boards over, and you're just like, hey, they're putting the same color they had on the roof is going back on.
Yeah.
It really doesn't need to take 2 weeks to get this done. You have to go through the whole shoot and match
bureaucracy of homeowners association.
It is what it is.
Pasco County kills us. If I sign a job up tomorrow, it's it's Christmas time or later to install it. That's pretty much how it's running right now.
Goodness.
City of Tampa, Bing
Pretty
Bam
quick.
Biff.
Yep.
I'm in and out. We're ready to go, and and they all operate the same way. So we're not sure why the other counties can't pick up the speed a little bit.
Yeah, we got to tell them.
Come on, man.
Yeah, thank you. And on a less depressing note, I'm getting up earlier every day, working later every day. The price we pay for prosperity, and I'm not complaining.
Yeah, man.
True to that.
Good stuff. I love it. Yeah, it's a great market, but the Tampa Bay market's booming. Housing starts are actually down. We talked about this on yesterday's show. I will bring up this as well. It says housing starts slumped 4.7% in September. The Census Bureau reported last week. Building permits also declined, decreasing 4.5%. Fall hurricanes may have been in construction with the construction activity.
It is. I mean, we were busy before the hurricane hit by a good bit anyway, because natural attrition in the roofing business, it's a steady flow, right?
Right.
But when the hurricane hit, you didn't get a call for a week for anybody a month for anybody said, oh, hey, I just got to get my roof fixed. It's all damage work. Everything comes to a stop. If you're thinking about buying or moving or anything, it all just stopped.
Yeah.
So 4% decrease in permits is probably not very much, really. All things being said. Yeah.
Yeah. And let's give a shout out to our official cleaning company, Two Maids and a Mop, our official cleaning partner. Excellent service. A clean house helps you feel better. And I love what they do on the charitable side. They actually have a free cleaning to any cancer victims and any folks that are dealing with cancer right now. They have a free cleaning service. So Two Maids and a Mop, reach out to them. And they are local here to Tampa Bay, and they are friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show. They got great leadership over there as well. Wes and his wife do a great job with that company. And as you know, I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty. I got a couple of hot listings I want to let you know about. We got 1024 Mandalay Avenue in Clearwater, $799,000. Just hit the market last week. This is in the Mandalay subdivision, North Clearwater Beach. You literally walk across one road, and you are on the beautiful beaches of North Clearwater Beach here in Tampa Bay. And this is over 2,300 square feet, $799,000 list price in a beautiful neighborhood in Tampa Bay, as well as a beautiful old northeast section of St. Petersburg. This one's 215 12th Avenue Northeast in St. Petersburg. This is a 4-bedroom, 5-bath property, over 3,688 square feet total. Heated square feet, that is, and it's a SIPS panel housing, so it's very construction strong SIPS panels, and it's a great buying opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Great place to live, work, and play. All right. Back here in studio, we got coming up in the show, we've got our Name That Tune. We got 5 songs from popular movies, ranging from 1985, 82, actually, all the way up to the 90s. So we're going to put you guys to the test there, see who can name that
before
tune.
my time. Fred will have to take those, I guess.
Where's Fred? Oh, Fred just left the room. He had a run.
So we got that, and we got our feel-good story of the week, and possibly a top 10 we'll throw at you here today. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Chuck Peterson back in studio. Thanks for coming in and educating our listeners all around the roofing systems. We found out how important those roofing systems are.
Yeah, I mean, the hurricane clearly demonstrated what was a good job and what was not a good job.
Yep.
So the newer roofs that people put on that came screaming off, and the ones that were put on correctly that didn't, it's a big difference. You're not not well educated, but if you don't do your homework as a consumer, you end up in the same spot that a lot of those people did in what we were talking about, the sheriff going around and up contractors that were just out there doing crap jobs, taking people's money. It's just unfortunate, but it happens in our industry terribly bad, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And the roofing contractors, you hate to say, have a pretty bad name.
Yeah.
We're right at the top of, we're probably right under lawyers or right above lawyers somewhere, for people who you don't trust because, when you see a roofing crew, it's not, that doesn't strike a lot of, greatness in your heart. So you have to really do a lot of work on make sure the company you deal with is the right company. They're licensed. They have, all the backing of the municipalities. Right. All those kind of things.
Yeah, the DBPR,
all that
insurance,
all that stuff. It's very easy to check. Everything's online. You can go online and check out any of us that come through your radio group. I mean, we all have to have our licenses online. All our Insurance is online. You can check on, any kind of complaints. All that can be checked pretty easily.
Yeah,
pretty
easily. They sure can. DBPR, the Better Business Bureau. There's ways to do it.
All of it.
Take the time and do it. That's definitely, be proactive. That's something we always talk about on the show is being proactive, checking out the contractors that you're trusting to do work on your property. And Chuck, let's run through the different types of roofing systems. I think, starting maybe with the most expensive, isn't that going to be the metal roof?
It'd be the tile roof, actually.
Tile roof,
Yep.
yeah.
Clay tile roof would be the most expensive, but of course your house has to be built to take tile roof because it weighs a lot.
It's heavier.
And then you would have the metal roofing would be next as far as expense goes, and then down to your shingles.
Okay.
Reason being mostly the material costs in Florida for the metal is pretty high. You could go put a metal roof on up north for considerably less, but because we have a wind envelope that your house has to meet 136 mile an hour wind envelope, the material is much better material in Florida than we actually have probably anywhere else except for maybe Texas or California. Actual real material is much better in Florida.
Let me ask you about the materials.
Okay.
The construction costs. So, with the hurricane, back-to-back hurricanes, we're looking at it. I'm thinking, man, costs are going to be going up. Oh, have you seen that yet?
Already, yep. It was, we bought wood before the hurricane went up. We bought quite a bit of plywood. The next load of plywood we got, it was up $4 a board. The load we got after that was up $4 a board. The price of material is 8 to 10%. October 1st from all the suppliers.
Wow.
For shingles and metal and all. The problem is, and it might affect Fred some, but maybe not quite as much, but when the first hurricane came, it took all the leftover material. Then ours came and there wasn't any really leftover material to ship in. So every plant on the planet is running full steam ahead. So it's just a supply and demand item. I mean, where right now it's just starting to get production from the hurricane, where we're actually putting the roofs on, getting the insurance money back in, and we're already seeing colors in shingles that you can't get for a month.
Wow.
So it affects the price without any doubt.
Yeah, let's go to break here. When we come back, more from Chuck Peterson, Executive Director, Suncoast Roofing, and Fred Muth in the house, a.k.a. the Tin Man, Design and Sales for Tampa Screens and Aluminum. Let's give a quick shout-out to Healthy Gourmet, Felicia Lacaille with Healthy Gourmet. Meal plan starting at $90 a week. Optimal fuel, optimal performance. Shout out to Healthy Gourmet meal delivery service, organic veggies, natural proteins delivered fresh 3 times a week. And I love it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday roll around and I have a brand new order of all excellent foods combinations put together. Chickens, fish, shrimp, seafood, steaks, awesome food delivered to your home or office. Shout out to Felicia Lacaille and her team and longtime friend of the program. What else do you have in this world if you don't have your health? And Felicia Lacaille and her team over at Healthy Gourmet are the best in Tampa Bay. All right, on the other side of the break, coming up, more from our expert contributors. And later in the show, we've got our feel-good story of the week and our Name That Tune. So stay with us here. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to ConsumerQB.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. because you deserve to relax on vacation. Visit Pasco County, Florida.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, host, Consumer Quarterback Show, former USF football player, played on the inaugural football team at the University of South Florida, undefeated Bulls.
They're rolling hard
number
this year.
17. Ranked number 17. We got a little bit of a cream puff schedule, but that's all right. We got to win. If we win all our games, that's better than a lot of schools have done.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna put a shout out to my little NC State team who's ranked just ahead of y'all.
Get them. That's nice, dude. Who'd
Yeah.
you guys play? Who'd you guys beat last week?
We were off last week, but we have Notre Dame this week and Clemson next week.
Nice.
So
Okay.
tough schedule for us,
Yeah.
unlike y'all's team.
Hey, let's meet in a bowl game. Then.
That'd be
Let's
good.
see what happens.
That'd be good.
All right, having some fun here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Let's give a shout out to our friends over at Signature Massage and Facial Spa in Tampa. Are you looking for a place to get a massage or a facial at an affordable price but without having to sign up for a membership? Look no further. At Signature Massage and Facial Spa, they offer a 1-hour Swedish massage for $49.95, always no contracts. And you come in early during the early bird hours and you'll receive an additional $10 off. And for those muscles and knots that need extra work, ask about getting a deep tissue or sports massage. And if skincare is what you're looking for, they have amazing facial and microderm packages. Check out my friends over at Signature Massage and Facial Spa, 11248 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa, or call 813-925-8898, 925-8898, and let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and you're going to get 10 to 20% off of your first service with my friends over at Signature Massage and Facial Spa in beautiful Tampa Bay here, right on West Hillsborough Avenue. All right, we're back here in studio helping you win in any marketplace. That's the goal of our show. Monday through Friday, 5 o'clock drive time right here on AM 1380 The Biz, the Wall Street Business Network. Syndicated on the weekends on FM 102.5 The Bone. And we have our daily TV show, 10 a.m. on WeBeam TV as well. So we're back here in studio today. We've got Chuck Peterson in studio, Suncoast Roofing. And we've got Fred Muth, a.k.a. the Tin Man. He's design and sales with Tampa Screens and Aluminum. Let's go ahead and bring Fred into the conversation now. So Fred, similarly, you know, you're in the construction game. You're out there designing and putting in these beautiful patio, lanai structures, screened enclosures on people's homes and offices, man. I love it.
In between space. I think
That's right.
I think you coined that phrase.
The in-between space. That's
and
right.
you know, I use it all the time now in my sales pitch. It's great.
Nice.
And, you know, as opposed to the roofing business, basically you have the same type of talent on the installation side. And I don't know about you, Chuck, but we're having a terrible time bringing in more talent to do the installations.
Absolutely. We have ads out for installers.
It's
all the time.
amazing.
The labor force.
Yeah, we're you know, we do know we have some crews that come from up north every winter will come down, so we have those coming, but we're really behind.
Yeah,
Wow.
we don't have screen enclosure guys coming from the north.
Probably not.
They don't exist. And which, you know, if there were 1,500 good crews on the west coast of Florida before prosperity, before the storms,
Right.
there's still 1,500 crews.
That's very true.
Which,
Jason
you know,
brought
which,
up a good point yesterday too. Oh, so sorry.
yeah, I mean, which really puts us at a disadvantage on the time schedule of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, the permit process is one thing, and then of course, you know, ordering and receiving materials is not a problem. Paying for them, you know, at the exorbitant prices today.
Yep.
However, the labor force is really the big concern that we have.
And that's what Jason Avery was talking about yesterday. He was mentioning how with Vinick and a lot of the projects going on downtown, they're, even with all of the added force that they brought in, they're still down about 500 workers for the downtown Tampa area, and imagine the impact that has on his business as a construction remodeling partner, the roofing side, the screened enclosures, a lot of the home builders, some of my friends, A Better Pools, Bob Grosso and his team, we're kind of talking about that as well. You see that around. So, we're limited, on the labor force.
Yeah, and we went through this back in 04, obviously you recall.
Yep.
And as a matter of fact, in 04, when Charlie was the first bad one, I picked up about 80, 90 cages down in that area. And the last cage that I had installed was 07 because they couldn't get the shingles.
Yeah,
shingles were back ordered. Drywall was back ordered.
Back then, of course, you could buy stuff from anywhere because that was before the codes changed and everything had to be stamped from Florida. We were actually shipping shingles in from North and South Carolina.
Okay,
because those guys could get shingles and drywall.
Oh, drywall! We were buying drywall from China.
Everywhere
that beautiful drywall from China.
Yeah,
that top-notch product they had over there.
But labor.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but labor is a constant battle. I mean, on our East Coast operations over there, we're 2 to 3 months behind, no matter what. I mean, we're busy. So when the hurricane came, it just makes us. You go to tell people, hey, it's 4 months, 5 months, and they're like, well, we're going to go get somebody else, and you're like,
okay,
no, because
who you gonna get?
Nobody else can get anybody else other labor either.
Right,
and it's not just labor either. We'll both tell you. You could go find somebody just to ride in a truck, but to have somebody that will come that you trust to put your name and that product on those people's houses the right way, do the right thing, talented, skilled, competent labor is tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to find.
Yeah, I'll tell the customer / client, how bad's the project? Oh, we need 7 or 8 roof panels replaced, couple screens. Okay, can you wait 2 to 3 months? Because if you wait 2 to 3 months, we can get it done and the price may be a little better. You know what? A lot of people accept that. I have cages now with trees laying on top.
Wow.
Okay. I try to get the quote out as quick as I can to the homeowner so that they can submit it to the insurance company. In some cases, the adjuster's 6 weeks out just to get out to look at it.
Very true.
And they don't, they won't cut the check based on a photo or my quote. They still need to see it. And here it is, a cage, halfway down, tree half, and the roof is damaged, etc. So there's a lot going on out there based on the fact that the storm came through and it wasn't more than a category 1 right around here. So think if it was a 2 or a 3, what we
so the permitting process as well is
it's the same thing. I don't know why they don't lighten up on it. I just don't understand it. It's what makes sense doesn't make sense in the construction industry.
Yeah.
In 04, they were rubber stamping the permits down in Arcadia, Wauchula, etc. Boom, 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 in and out, get the thing done. So it's not like that in Hillsborough and Pasco. But my hat still goes off to the city of Tampa. They work with us very, very, very genuinely, and they make it make sense. And I don't understand why the other counties can't.
On the East Coast, the counties over there, because we had the hurricane last year.
Yeah.
So this is the second one in a row for there. But the counties we deal with, which are up and down the East Coast over there, they waived every fee for every permit for a roof from the hurricane for like 3 or 4 months.
Wow.
Not a soul over here has waived a fee at all anywhere.
Interesting. Wow, that's interesting.
They were, you get it in, and if it was an emergency, if the tree had hit the house, the tree had hit the house. As an insurance thing, you can take the tree off the house because it's the living piece where the full cage is different. But if you had an emergency, they'd stamp an emergency permit over there, let you go fix the thing, whatever you needed to do. But over here, it has been a struggle.
Yeah,
wow. It has been a struggle.
I guess you think about reading the papers too, and we've had immigration attorneys on the show, thinking it from the construction side. Here we're talking about being backed up months. I've talked to immigration attorneys who have said the immigration courts, and I read it in the paper just a few days ago, are backed up literally 500 days. So think about some of the people dealing with immigration, so speaking to the point of bureaucracies and government,
it could help to be a little streamlined. That's for sure.
Exactly.
And they use the term 500 days. It doesn't sound as bad as a year and a year and a half. Right?
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound that bad.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. 500 days sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, it does. You think about it. And so when you think about construction, you think about, a screened enclosure on your home or roofing, we want you to definitely reach out to Suncoast Roofing here. Chuck Peterson, he's the executive director here on the show today with us, and we've also got Fred Muth, a.k.a. the Tin Man, design and sales for Tampa Screens and Aluminum. Reach out at our hotline. We would love to hear from you and put you in contact with these folks and let you get a true, honest opinion of, hey, here's what the job's going to be, here's the approval time, here's the permitting process, and also talk about that warranty. Let's talk about that warranty when we come back, Chuck.
All right.
And more from our expert contributors. We got our Name That Tune coming up. We're going to have our expert contributors here guess movie theme songs and artists from Name That Tune. We're going to have some fun. And we also have our Feel Good Story of the Week. We got a 5-year-old helps homeless cats, and he believes he's a superhero to them. So stay with us in our Feel Good Story of the Week and more from our expert contributors. Don't touch that dial.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Get in touch with Brandon online at consumerqb.com. listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, the Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. Featured in Florida Realtor Magazine multiple times, Top Agent Magazine, the Business Journal, the Tribune. And we're looking for listings right now. We're looking for sellers who would like a free comparable market analysis. We're going to let you know basically the same thing that you pay $500 for an appraisal. We're going to give it to you for free. Compliments of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Just give us a call or a text, 813-670-7372. CMA, comparable market analysis. And we want to talk to you sellers out there. It's a great time to be putting your property on the market. A lot of folks are saying, oh, well, the holidays are coming. I don't want to list my property. But that's your advantage because so many people are falling into that mindset of not wanting to list their property during the holidays. It's a great time. What I've found in previous years is it really heats up for those that are looking to get the tax advantages done December 31. So reach out, platinummvprealty.net, 813-670-7372, 670-REQB, Real Estate Quarterback. All right, got a hot listing in St. Pete Beach I got to let you know about. This one's 3610 Casablanca Avenue, just north of the Don Cesar Hotel, just south of Kipton's, the Hotel Zamora on St. Pete Beach. Is 3610 Casablanca Avenue, $620,000, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Now, this is a rare find. This is a duplex right on the beach, beautiful property. And it's got some renovations done. Great buying opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay, as well as a Largo property that I've got as well. 14465 Tanglewood Drive in Largo. 4 bedrooms, 4 bath, Bay Hill subdivision, over 3,500 square feet. You got a beautiful pool, renovated property here. Great buying opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Great place to live, work, and play. All right, coming up, we got our 5-year-old helps homeless cats. He believes he's a superhero to them. That's our feel-good story of the week. And we got our Name That Tune. In studio today, we've got Chuck Peterson, Executive Director of Suncoast Roofing, and Fred Muth, a.k.a. the Tin Man, Design and Sales for Tampa Screens and Aluminum. And so between the break, we had some good questions flowing there. I think John was asking a question: what happens in the permitting process when you have something started, but then you have an interruption like a hurricane or something along those lines?
Well, his question was if we had a contract signed prior to the hurricane.
Contract signed. There you go.
Would we honor that contract, being as the materials and the permitting and all that has gone out of sight? And of course, we both would honor those contracts because that's what we're supposed to do. I mean, it was signed, so that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's cool.
You just have to do that. You can't undo the contract. So we'll live with that and keep moving.
Yeah, and you guys have helped me out with clients in the past too. You've gone out there and hey, we got a senior citizen that's in a position where they need a little extra help here. You guys are very friendly and courteous with that. And you got to take care of people where you can. That's right. And we were talking about repairs.
With the repairs, you mentioned that there's a dollar limit, which dictates to you when you need to pull a permit on repairs, et cetera. We don't share that in the aluminum industry.
Right.
What kills me. And I'm picking on Pasco County. I don't know why. Let's say you're in
getting
Pasco.
A phone call from the mayor, from the governor of Pasco. You're right.
You know what? And then I'd say at least they're returning my calls.
There you go.
I haven't done that in a long time. So anyway, the front entry, for example, it's a cut and dry, small. It's a rectangle, little door. It's a $390 job or a $490 job, whatever, plus your labor, etc. You have to permit that in Pasco. So now you got to add $300. Because it has to be engineered, signed, sealed, engineered. Now, what could be under 6 or 7 is now up to around 8, 9, 10, 11 for the front entry. I can do the same thing in Hillsborough, no permit required.
Right.
I can do it in City of Tampa, no permit required. So,
Yep.
Well, they got to play golf, and they got bills to pay too, right?
I watch these guys play golf in Tampa.
Yeah.
In Hillsborough County, they're playing golf. So what's the deal?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sorry, Pasco. I'll stop picking on you now. Okay? Let's get some of my jobs passed. Please.
Yeah, it would be nice if all the municipalities had a fairly
uniform,
uniform set of operations.
Well, that'd make it too easy.
Yeah,
everybody.
I mean, even for us, you have to permit the roof everywhere, no matter what. But the inspection process for us is completely different in 2/3 of the counties we do. And sometimes you have 2, sometimes you have 3, sometimes you have 1. Nobody has the same requirements anywhere in the state. I mean, it's not just here; it's all over the state.
Wow.
So, like Pinellas is 27 municipalities. There's 27 different requirements.
Wow.
Do they get up in the attic? They do get up in the attic to check the nails.
No, they never get up there.
Are they supposed to?
No, they're just, but they come and check the nail pattern on the front end to make sure we nail the deck off, and then we have to sign an affidavit saying that it's nailed off.
I see. I got you.
But they don't go in the attic to make sure they all hit the trusses, because you're not going to hit them all anyway. But every 6 inches you get a new nail in your roof, Brandon. So
Right.
Okay. Every 6 inches you get an 8D ring shank, so the wind won't blow the plywood off.
Right.
So that has to be inspected in all across the state. So it's done different ways, different places.
Let me ask you a question. Are you familiar with the SIPS panel construction?
Is it the concrete inside the foam?
Yeah, the foam with the hardy board, or they do concrete.
Yeah.
Have you seen many of those?
Not here, but when I worked in Clemson, we actually built a student housing complex out of it.
Yep.
It's an outstanding.
They say
product.
It's a really superior product to stick frame.
Outstanding.
Or wood built.
It is.
And that's the listing I was talking about. I've got listed in 12th Avenue Northeast in St. Pete. Yeah, it's the wind rating, the energy rating is. They say it's just amazing,
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's got that foam.
I watched that process when that product first came out. Oh, I would say early '90s, mid '90s. There was a guy in Apollo Beach, I believe, that created the concept, and they actually did a couple of projects as experimental,
right?
And I watched it being built.
Yeah,
and it was amazing. The first time, everything blew out. Too much concrete.
Yep.
They had to water it down, etc. Put more steel in, and then it worked out. And that structure is still there on Apollo Beach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been through everything.
They do quite a bit on the East Coast.
Yep.
Because over there it's a cinder block requirement when you're beachside, where over here it's not.
Wow.
So cinder block requirement over there. So to do ICF or however they're termed out, it's easier to do because it's already mandatory for block over there anyway.
Right.
But they're outstanding structures.
Yeah.
If you know a guy that's doing it the right way.
The strength and the insulation all in one shot.
Yeah. And the insulation factor is huge. I mean, it's really good.
Yeah, the wind rating and the R rating, all that good stuff.
All of it.
Yeah, I grew up in a small town called LaBelle, east of Fort Myers. Our kickers, we were blessed with the good kickers, the Grammatica brothers, and they are in that business now. The SIPS panel construction, But yeah, so if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We got Chuck Peterson. He's an executive director for Suncoast Roofing, our official roofing partner here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, longtime friend of the program. And also Fred Muth, a.k.a. the Tin Man, design and sales for Tampa Screens and Aluminum. You guys ready to name that tune?
Let's try it.
Yeah.
That's not one.
I can't name that.
Ladies and gentlemen, name that tune.
That's not one. That's our intro. All right, here we go. Okay, so these are songs from movies. All right, popular movies, and you get extra credit if you can name the artist and the name of the song. Here you go.
Grease.
Not Grease. Patrick Swayze.
I passed.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah,
You got
Dirty
it.
Dancing.
Yeah.
Dirty Dancing. Yep. Time of My Life, 1987.
That's right. Jennifer Beal, wasn't it? And Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, Jennifer Grey.
Oh,
Jennifer
yeah.
Grey. All right.
That's close, right? One Jennifer, right?
There you got it. All right, here you go.
I got it.
Go ahead.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Eye of the Tiger with Rocky.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which Rocky it was. This was the first Rocky.
Yeah, they're saying Rocky 3 here.
Is Rocky 3?
This is the one where he ran up the stairs, right?
1982.
No.
That was Rocky 1.
Survivor is
Survivor.
Survivor.
That's it.
The artist of that song, Eye of a Tiger.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's a good one, man.
Are you talking about when he ran up at the art museum in Philly?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I grew up.
That was one.
Not far from that art museum.
Oh,
and I ran up and down a few times. The cops were chasing me.
I was going to say, only because there was candy out there when you were little, right?
A little different theme, wasn't it?
Yeah, different theme back then, yeah.
There were people running after you, but it wasn't the kids.
Right. That was before I was a Tin Man.
Yeah. And changed your name, right?
Yeah. That's the old you.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's a good one.
Don't need money, don't take
I know it's Huey Lewis.
Yeah. Got Huey Lewis, right. Time travel.
Yeah, it's Michael J. Fox.
That's right.
Back to the Future.
That's right. Back to the Future. And Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
That was a good jam.
Yeah.
Back in the old school right there. Taking it back to 85 for you there. All right, here we go. Here's our next song. Top movie soundtracks.
Top Gun.
Oh, we got that one.
Yeah.
Right away on that one.
Berlin, right?
Who's the singer?
That's the girl. No.
Kenny Loggins.
Oh, yeah.
Highway to the Danger Zone.
Yeah.
1986.
Yeah. You knew Top Gun was going to be in there.
Yeah, that's when he's on the bike. He's
great soundtrack.
Yeah, really good. Good stuff. All right, final song of Name That Tune.
Well, it's Clapton. I can tell you it's Clapton.
Clapton. That's right. 1980. Or 1990 was the movie. The song was 1970. Layla is the song. Goodfellas. Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, and Joe Pesci.
Would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
I mean, what he did to a few people in that movie. He was a real nice guy.
Wasn't he? We got 4 out of 5. I feel pretty good about that.
That was pretty good, man.
Normally we get like 1.
You guys did good. You guys did well on that one. Yeah, that was good. Oops, I just
you just cut us off.
No, Mike and I are fighting over the mic there, or the mouse. I was gonna.
It's very
I was gonna give you one of those. All right, so stay with us. When we come back, we're gonna jump into our feel-good story of the week. We've got our 5-year-old helps homeless cats and believes he's a superhero to them, and more from our expert contributors. We're gonna jump into our lightning round, and we're gonna come back with some top tips, nuggets of advice, and things to do, things to avoid. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, owner of Platinum MVP Realty. Got a hot listing, couple of vacant land out there. If you any builders, developers, entrepreneurs, man, I've got 15, 16 vacant land listings. This is a hot one here as well. 11502 Thonotosassa Road out in East Hillsborough County, Thonotosassa, Florida. $3 million asking price. Private waterfront enjoyment. This is 9 acres MOL on a beautiful lakeside in Thonotosassa. And there is a structure on the building, but not much value attributed to the structure. This is a $3 million property. I've got other properties as well. Again, about 10 or 15 different real estate properties. I've got 27 acres ranch just south of Citrus Park Mall. Lots of other lots in buildable communities, neighborhoods. We got Lutz. We got some beautiful property in Lutz ready for about 20 units to go in there. So reach out, 813-670-7372. We would love to hear from you if you know of any builders, developers, entrepreneurs looking to build and develop land. We've got a lot of hot listings, PlatinumMVPRealty.net. And give us a call at 813-670-7372. Call directly, 670-REQB. And we are in here in studio live from Salem Communications. We've got Chuck Peterson in the house, Executive Director, Suncoast Roofing. And we have Fred Muth as well, a.k.a. the Tin Man, in the house here, Tampa Screens and Aluminum. So I want to go back to Chuck, and we kind of brushed over a little bit of that warranty. Right. But let's talk about that. I mean, in these times where contractors are ripping people off, Suncoast Roofing has this golden pledge warranty, 40 or 50 year warranty?
It's actually a 50-year. So if we re-roof your complete house and we do it to the GAF standards, because we're master elite contractors, which puts us in the top 2% of contractors in the state, you get a GAF, our golden pledge warranty.
Yep.
50 years that they actually cover, and it's backed by GAF. First 25 years, non-prorated labor and materials. So if we were to put it on wrong, or if the material were to come apart, GAF actually backs that warranty, not Suncoast.
Yeah.
By being the master elite contractors, we are able to offer that to anybody who we do a new roof for. So it's
that's important, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's important for two reasons. Number one, you get that peace of mind like you were talking about earlier. It's covered, and number two is you don't have to worry about, are you going to try to find Suncoast Roofing in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years?
Right.
Because it's a GAF warranty. They actually come out, they inspect a certain percentage of our houses every year to make sure we can maintain the standards that they require to have those warranties in place. So it's the best warranty in the business, and that's why we're GAF installers.
Yeah,
absolutely the best.
And you guys have seen over the years, you've seen different contractors go out of business.
Yeah,
and then you picked up the pieces, I'm sure, for a lot of families.
We've had calls from tons, even like we were just talking about earlier today. Just people who have been taken by contractors, unfortunately.
Right.
But we're here to stay, and we're really we have really great production guys, and by doing that, we have the ability to offer warranties that nobody in the industry can offer, other than another GAF Master Elite guy. That's it.
That's great. Now, Fred, when you're building these screens in aluminum, it's such a beautiful place here in Florida, especially this time of year, man. The humidity just has kind of receded a little bit. And we call it that in-between space, kind of like, remember when they did these, when Starbucks first came out, it was so popular. It's kind of like that in-between work and in-between your home. It's Starbucks, pop your laptop up. Now, I kind of liken that to Tampa Screens and Aluminum. You guys are building these beautiful spaces and some pretty exotic ones in the past. Let's talk about some of your success stories and what you're seeing in there.
Well, 26 years I've been working in this business, and I can't tell you in this conversation how many different designs we've come up with. We've come up with oddballs, extremely oddballs, unusual, cookie cutters, whatever it takes. What I like to do is, when I walk into a prospect, let's say they moved here from New York, they're not sure exactly what a lanai is. However, they want in-between space is what they're looking for. And I can, in my mind, I can visualize what would work the best for this customer, for this property. It's really my job, Brandon, to get that point across to the homeowner, to the customer. And I draw it up. I do a top view and a rear view, and I make sure that they see exactly what it can look like. And in most cases, you have to give them 4 or 5 designs,
right?
4 or 5 different options. And for as many years as I've been doing it, I still enjoy that part of the business.
Yep.
It takes a lot of effort to do it. However, on the back end, when the job is done, you have a satisfied customer, and all the bills are paid. It's a very good thing.
Yeah.
And I always recommend to anybody who's bidding out this type of a project, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, make sure you ask a lot of questions going into it. I appreciate the customer/client that has the questions asked before the project is built.
Yep.
I'll walk in and they'll have a notebook with questions, and I know that's a great prospect because
absolutely
they're doing their homework. I want no surprises on the back end.
That's right.
If there's a surprise on the back end, it's something that I created or it's something that the building department created.
Right.
And I don't like that. I'm a homeowner as well, and I don't like surprises when the roofers come in and do. Just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Come in and tear your super gutter off the edge
right,
of the full screen.
You know what I'm talking about. Surprises are the worst thing in any type of
That's
construction
right.
business, but it happens.
Yep.
So we try to put that fire out basically before it becomes
under promise,
any type of a problem.
over deliver, right?
Absolutely.
Under promise, over deliver. All right, every week we bring you some feel good stories.
Tell me something good.
Today is a good one here. We got a 5-year-old helps homeless cats, believes he's a superhero. This is sunnyskies.com. A 5-year-old boy has become a superhero to the homeless cats on the streets of Philadelphia. Meet Sean Griffin, a.k.a. the Cat Man. Sean's aunt, Chris, and her fiance have been involved with cat rescues and fosters for the past 10 years. When Sean first expressed interest in helping them out, they weren't too sure. We were a little hesitant because at first they were, feral cats, and they're going to run a rambunctious 3-year-old. But she could have not been more wrong. One cat, Bug, would not cooperate when it came to getting shots and being neutered. Nothing we tried worked, she said, and then Bugs eluded any close contact with us for 2 years. When his aunt decided to let Sean help out, the cats took to him right away, including Bug. Bug came right over to Sean, rubbed against his leg, and allowed him to pet him. From that day on, Bug was changed. He was neutered and got necessary vaccinations, and he has become one of the friendliest cats in the colony. Since discovering the stray cat's powers, Sean visits his aunt regularly, dressed as a superhero, and helps solve problems that might arise among the 45 cats living under 4 locations in the city. Sean loves the cats so much he hates missing them any chance he gets. If it's raining or cold, he can't go out. He gets really upset. He cries, and it really hurts him hard. So there's your feel-good story of the week. Pretty cool.
Good for him.
Cool kid there, huh?
Yep.
All right, let's jump into our lightning round.
The lightning round.
I am so good at lightning rounds.
I majored
right.
in lightning round.
All right, top tips, things to do, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom. Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roofing.
Well, we talked about at the beginning of the show, so we'll talk about at the end of the show as well, too, right? Make sure you check out who you're dealing with. You've got to educate yourself as the consumer with who the person is that's sitting in your living room talking to you about either doing the roofing or the screening or anything else that you're doing.
That's right.
Make sure they're licensed. Make sure, you're not giving money away to somebody who's you're not going to be able to talk to tomorrow.
That's right.
Very
Be proactive.
important.
Be
Very
proactive.
important.
Find out. All right, Fred Muth, the Tin Man.
When we replace these structures, after storm damage or whatever, everything's beefed up significantly. And, a lot of times the homeowner, they look at the new product, they say, oh my, this thing is so strong. Our joke is your roof's going to blow away first before this will.
Awesome.
Unless Chuck has something to do with the roof.
Yeah.
But we replaced ours in 2010, and the 2x2 went to a 2x6.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, look at this thing,
Yeah.
And it's amazing what it can take as far as wind goes. So they really do, they engineer them significantly.
Yeah, and most of that's code driven.
It's code
driven. So the codes change again next year to the 2015 codes. We're 136 mile an hour wind rated roof envelope right now.
Mm-hmm.
It may go up some more. Miami-Dade's 166, so they're gonna go more towards Miami-Dade's.
Got about
codes.
30 seconds.
So,
30 seconds left. Quick word on solar. Are you seeing much solar out
Solar's
there?
coming, but I tell you the honest truth, the hurricane just stopped all that because it just put everybody in such a backlog that the solar that was coming is just stopped for a few months. It's coming. We'll pick that back up in 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, excellent. Awesome. Great job today, guys. Chuck Peterson, Suncoast Roofing, Fred Muth, the Tin Man, Design and Sales for Tampa Screens and Aluminum. And we want to thank all of the folks out there listening and viewing our TV show, all of our producers behind the scenes putting the show together. And we want to remind you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Something as simple as packing up leftover food and clothing that you may have, carrying it with you to and from your commute, hand it to that person that you see in need, and be a force for good in the community. Donate clothing this time of year, starting to get cooler. Donate some to your church, metropolitan ministries, wherever you might see fit. And continue to check us out on social media at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Twitter, at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram, at Brandon Rhymes PA on Facebook. And we'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.